Bowl is behind this organization, and then one of our current Bengals is part of the organization, and
Oh,
they are raising money to build a facility here on the outskirts of Cincinnati that'll be for men and maybe I guess women too that have
huh.
autism, kind of like a retirement community.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Okay.
from not needing a lot of care to full care. And it's a
Very
pretty
nice.
cool idea. And the idea was started by a 36-year-old young man who was one of my daughter's physical therapy schoolmates.
Okay. Very
Yeah,
cool,
yeah,
man.
pretty
That's
cool.
awesome.
So
How far are they away from making it happen?
they
Or did they make
have
it
the
happen?
property lined
Okay.
up. I think they're trying to raise, I don't know, something crazy like $47 million or
Oh,
something.
geez. Oh my
But
gosh. Okay.
well, it's gonna be incredible. And with all the autism out there today, you kind of need it. But so everybody they got Cincy hats on. There's every color, every organization. It's crazy. I think I'm up to about 9 of them now.
Wow.
But
That's
they're
cool,
not
man.
upside down and backwards like Dallas.
Yeah. That's a good idea though to use like so everybody that sells a hat puts that on the side and then they give a little piece to
Yeah, like that LS on the side of mine
yeah.
is for LaSalle High School, where I went to high
Okay.
school, and
Okay.
it was so some of the money goes to the high school, and then the rest of the profits go to the to this organization that's going to build the facility for the autistic young men.
Okay.
Pretty
Very cool,
cool.
man. Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, but thanks for asking.
Excellent. Yeah, man. That's
And of
that's
course, I
good
got
stuff.
got to have the Reds on every
Gotta
once
have
in a
the
while.
Reds, man.
They
Gotta
need
have the
some
Reds.
kind of luck.
That's right. That's right. There's John Haynes. What's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Welcome back.
Sorry I'm a little late, but here we
Y-
are.
Did you do
Hey,
anything fun last week, man?
Yeah, it was a nice
uh,
week off last week. It was really
Nice.
good. Went to
Nice.
Fripp
nice.
Island. Fripp
Went to
Island.
where?
That's where they filmed Forrest Gump.
Oh, no kidding.
That's
Okay.
right.
Did you
Yep.
run down the road and do a little video? Like run Forrest?
You can go by where they built that house that he lived in, but I went by the house. But there's a beach next to Fripp Island called Hunting Beach or Hunting Island, and that's where the Vietnam scenes were. So
Oh,
I
wow.
had
Okay.
breakfast where Bubba died in his arms.
Oh,
Oh,
And
wow. Holy
we all
crap, man.
cried. We all cried. And we
Oh,
had shrimp, believe it or not.
yeah. What kind of shrimp, man? Come on, sing it.
All sorts
Spit
of
it out,
shrimp.
baby.
I had a shrimp po' boy and so,
I love it. What's up, Zeddy? That's cool, man. That sounds fun. That sounds fun.
Devin missed it. We were just talking about your Dallas hat, and the first time I haven't seen you with a Dallas hat on in ages.
Well, so full disclosure, I'm doing a podcast with the Kentucky Housing Board today.
Wow. I was gonna
Oh,
say, man, what's
congrats.
he interviewing
Okay,
for?
cool.
Yeah, yeah, hence the Kentucky
Handsome.
Blue.
All right. All right. Looking good, bud.
Yeah,
Looking
they
really
will
good.
let you know that that's not officially the Kentucky blue color. They're
Well,
they're
no, I've
they're
got it on
they're
my
pretty
shoes, Coach.
Gee.
specific down there.
Well, it's on my shoes, just so we're on the
Okay.
same page.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All
No,
right.
I,
All
More
right.
of a Carolina
it's a
blue.
collage of blues, okay, but it ends with Kentucky Blue on my feet. So,
Uh,
and it's
I love
definitely
it.
Kentucky Blue because they're the Lucky Shorts shoes, which is what Jordan would wear underneath his Bulls shorts at
Let's
every
go,
game.
baby.
Right? There it is.
There you go.
Hey, Devin, is that the equity piece for
Yeah, the
Kentucky
Sam.
Housing?
Yeah, the Kentucky Sam. Yeah, we've got the housing director that's going to
You
jump on the
used to work
podcast
with
with Brad
Tiffany,
and I.
didn't you?
So pretty exciting.
Good morning, everybody. Hey, man. So, welcome to the MLO Live Show. Anybody have a win they want to share before I do my little song and dance?
I'll share a win. My recruiting calls have been going well. And the funniest thing is, for any of you out there that are either afraid to talk to an agent that you've always wanted to talk to that you've known forever, or you're out there recruiting to build your team and you're afraid to make a call to somebody I've known for 25 years right here in Cincinnati, got together with me because my main man over there, Greg Nolte, got us out to lunch while he was up here in town. And what turned out to be just what I thought going to be a fun lunch could have turned into something special, for the company. So uh, don't forget the people that you've known for a long time. Some of them
Yeah.
might not be as happy as you think.
Well, there's one guy you gave me that you sent an email and we won't say his name, but you said he's got out of the business for 2 years, came
Hmm.
back, and he's at 28 million year to date. Did he start in January? Is that what he did?
28 million year to date,
28 million year to date.
and left
Yeah.
the industry for 2 years on the mortgage side. And he was creating some technology and some other stuff, to help generate business. But he utilized it to go back after his old database, his old realtors, and he's
Nice.
just on fire. So he
Nice.
agreed to be on this week. Of course, being the end of the month, he's busy. But you guys are going to talk, and we'll get him on the show to
love
tell
it.
everybody how he's done it.
I love it, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Well, I want to share with you. I want to go back about, and Rick, you know this, about, man, 20 years, maybe 15, maybe 16, but video marketing. You're like, I just lost everybody. I've been talking about it. Devin, how long have you been talking about this?
Since
Like-
I've known you, and you've been doing it way longer than that.
You've been talking about it since '08, since I
08.
met you. Yeah,
Okay,
08, 09.
all right. So if you know how we always ask, what's the best CRM?
The one you use.
Well, it's not really about the CRM. It's about staying visible, staying relevant, letting them hear your passion, your voice, having fun. Like I had so much fun. I have so much fun doing video. I got to get back to it because I did one every single Wednesday. Okay, so every Wednesday I'd get up, I'd get to the office. This is back before videos would render, and it took a long time to edit a video, and then took an hour and a half. Craig, you know what I'm talking about. We used to have conversations about this. Or it would literally take an hour and a half to render. Like it'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go to lunch now. And by the time lunch would hit him around, I'd edit my video, and then I'd go to lunch, come back, and it'd be ready to send out. And then I would send it to all the agents, I used to do one for my clients and then one for my agents with 2 different calls to action. But then I just started putting one call to action in because it wasn't really about the call to action. It was about just being visible, being relevant. And at my closings, we would talk about the videos. We wouldn't even talk about the paperwork. We wouldn't even talk about anything. You're like, man, that video you did, it would always come up. So I wanted to cover some things, if you guys don't mind. If you don't have a CRM, you're like, I don't know how to use a CRM, don't really care about using a CRM, don't care about follow-up. This is the easiest, I didn't have a CRM. The only thing I had was a way to send emails. And so I didn't want to do that. So my thing was, I'm just gonna, and I don't even know how we started this, but let's just oh geez, what am I doing here? All right. So
The demo is that even Scotty doesn't know technology.
I don't even
you
know,
guys
I don't
can
even
do
know what I'm
this
doing,
too,
man.
right?
So see, you guys can do. See, if you just mess up. So follow up part 3. Drum roll, please. All right. So guys, if you do nothing, this is one thing. If you just do this one thing, and today with the technology in your phones, you don't need anything but your phones. It would take you less than 2 minutes, and I'd highly recommend keeping it under 2 minutes. I'd keep it under a minute if you can. And I'm gonna kind of walk through the psychology piece of this, okay? Because it's not about talking about rates and what the market's doing and inventory's doing and all that stuff. And that's what everybody thinks they should be doing videos on. You guys watch Sean Kaplan? If you're not, follow Sean. Sean does videos on everything, right? I mean, It's everything. And so you're not always being ignored. You're being forgotten. So if somebody forgets who you are and what you do for a living, everybody has social media. Everybody's on social media. I don't know if you guys are part of groups. I'm part of a group in Ocala, almost 180,000 now. So if I don't know a contractor, if I don't know a cement guy, if I don't know an electrician, I go there and I say, who do you recommend? Now, if you're that person that's they've done business with you, done a mortgage with you or whatever, and you're constantly in their face sharing, guess who they're going to call? They're not going to go to a group and ask, who do you recommend? They're going to come to you. And this is the easiest, most simplest way to do it. And Kathleen, I think you started doing this. I've seen some videos from you. Yeah. So this is cool. So business content is not always what people want. So today, too salesy, too predictable, too forgettable. If somebody's not thinking about buying, selling, or investing, and you're doing a video on buying, selling, or investing, they're gonna go, they're not even gonna see it. They're just gonna pass, right? So memory, pressure. Your video is not a sales pitch; it's a memory trigger. Triggers, right? The best follow-up may have nothing to do with real estate. and I put some stuff. So useful, timely, and human. This is a big deal for AI. This is probably most important now than ever because there's going to be people. We're eventually going to have videos that look just like us, feel like us, sound like us, and they're going to be able to put Gary V. I saw a video of Gary V the other day. He goes, "I'm putting out 412 pieces of content today across 9 different platforms. How do you compete against that?" Right?
Wow.
He goes, "It's not about what I post. It's about attention. Somebody's going to see one of those 412 and go, I relate to that." And they're going to remember who he is and I talk about him all the time. Why do I talk about him? Because he's everywhere. Right? Grant Cardone. What's going on big with Grant Cardone right now? Or just happened not too long ago. Does anybody not know? Because it's everywhere. The disposition that he was in by that lawyer that looked like shit. Like he literally, the lawyer I think he's got his ass handed to him and walked out of his office. You guys see the video? It's really cool. So here's some things you can do videos on. And you can, I used to go to, what's that one site that has a bunch of, I'll think about it. Pinterest. Pinterest has like, if you just do house hacks, you can go to Chat GPT now, which is where I go for everything. You can go, hey, give me like 20 cool house hacks. Now, why would I do a house hack? And it's not necessarily about the house. It's stuff we do in the house, right? A cool phone app, if you knew it, like weather app is a good one. Everybody's checking the weather all the time. A house hack, big moment. Like if there's something big happening in town, there's a like carnival coming to town, or there's a fair, there's whatever it is that's happening in your town. We used to do videos on that stuff. So if there's something that's big that everybody like in Daytona, there's Jeep Week, Bike Week, Daytona 500, all that stuff, just to kind of be relevant. Everybody's talking about it anyway. So why not do a video by the track or something like that? I did one on the corkscrew, and you guys are like, what would you talk about with a corkscrew? And so when I tell you this stuff, and the next time you use a corkscrew to open a bottle of wine, you're going to think of this. So think, you know how a corkscrew has got the little point in there, and you always, like, every once in a while you're trying to get a knot out of a rope or a belt, like you tie something, you try to get a knot. That little hook makes it real easy to get that knot out. You with me? So next time you open a bottle of wine, you're going to think of it. Right? Isn't that funny? You remember? Right? So the gas gauge is huge. I still to this day, even though I know where it is, look at the picture, because it's just a thing that I did. And
I learned that from you.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. The closet. So like, think about this. So we get gas often, right? We get gas often. How often does everybody go to their closet in their house?
Every day.
Every day.
Multiple
So what if
times, yeah.
Yeah, multiple times. So what if I did something like how to clean out, and this was one of the biggest videos I had, I think, how to clean out your closet. So like, okay, what's he talking about? So, hey, you know those clothes that sit in your closet for a year, you never wear them? Here's how to get rid of them. So you go take a piece of tape and you put a piece of tape on each one of your clothes. And if the tape's still there at the end of the year, you just take it to right? Or another person said, well, just turn all the hangers one way, like the opposite way. And then if you wear it, you turn the hanger around. So everything's backwards from what you'd normally put them in there. So if you wear it, then you turn the hanger around, and now you know you wore that piece of clothing. Either way, now when people go to their closet, what are they going to think about? When people get gas, what are they going to think about? When people use a corkscrew, what are they going to think about? When people use that cool app, when they go to the event, when they see the event, if there's a yearly event that they do every single year. Small little things, man, that we do every day, all day. I did one, like, you know, I did this, the lettuce, you know, the core of a lettuce, you know, you buy a head of lettuce and the core. I took it and all you do is slam it down on the ground and then just pull the core out. So the next time somebody buys a head of lettuce and if they see my video, guess what they're going to think about?
Well, that's a fun video to do too.
It's so fun.
Yeah, it looks destructive, and it's like, wait a minute, that actually worked.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
yeah.
I'm actually going to, I was thinking about this the other day, to do one, because I was talking to somebody in my kitchen. I've got a contract over there right now. And it was in regards to how to utilize points on a credit card and not charge cards the traditional way. right?
Mm.
Because traditionally, what do people do? They charge up a card, they put it up to a balance that they can't afford, they buy things that they don't actually need, and then they can't pay the balance off at the end of the month, and they get compound interest daily, right?
Yep.
But the smart, savvy person gets a credit card that has points. They charge everything that they're already going to spend onto that card, right? And
Yep.
then they pay it off at the end of the month. And when it comes time to travel, they either
Yeah.
have airline miles or they have miles for the hotel that they're going to stay in, and they're never paying interest on their cards,
Yep.
and they're never charging up debt, right? And
Huge.
if you tell that, A, it's simple to tell, but B, people are going to go, I didn't. Some of us go, man, but that's so simple. I'm telling you right now, this guy, I blew his mind. He's like, I don't do credit cards because I know I'm going to get myself in trouble. And I'm like, no, you are for a lot of reasons. Number one, to get your credit, right? Number two, you want to make sure you never charge it over for the balance so that your scores, right? But number three, and this is the most important one, this is how you can actually use the credit card to spend your money on travel. And he was just mind blown, right? Mind blown.
Crazy.
So again,
Good stuff,
just
man.
simple
Good
things
stuff.
like that. And when you show them how to do that, now all of a sudden you look like the expert. So break a head of lettuce on camera, right? That's the fun factor. Destroy something, right? And then teach them something that's going to educate them and take them to the next level and go, man, now I got to talk to Kathleen when it's time to buy a mortgage because I trust her.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It was so we went to the bar the other day and we saw two people sitting there and they had an iPad sitting at the bar. And we were there for a long time. So when we walked in, they're laughing like hysterically, but there's no sound. I'm like, like, so we didn't say anything. And then like 2 hours goes by and we're leaving. We're like, we gotta ask you, what are you guys laughing at? Like, what are you doing? And this is what they said, Devin. They said, we're watching silent, we call it silent YouTube. And we make up our whatever we want that we think they're saying. So together, and they literally are like little kids. They're like little kids giggling back and forth, watching a YouTube video, making up their own whatever the words were. Like, so
Well, that
how many
stuff goes
people watch
viral.
YouTube? Huh?
That stuff goes viral. If you record yourself doing it and then play
I know.
that back,
I know.
Those go viral
I know.
because it's so dumb.
It's so dumb, but like I swear to you, if it wasn't 3 hours, it was. I mean, it was at least that. It was at least 3 hours. They were literally, and then we literally became best friends with them. I
Well,
mean,
let me
like, no, I was
Sorry,
just gonna say the guy. So we, of course, what do you do? What do you do? He's a tech guy. He's a tech. He's like, what do you do? And I'm like, he goes, what do you do? I go, oh boy, here we go. Because remember Jamie, you don't tell them until they ask. Like, oh, we're both in mortgage. Oh my God. And then it just like, oh, and everything went nuts. We just bought this house and and then so I started talking to him. He goes, I'm never buying a house unless I talk to you. That's what he said to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, even if you don't work with me, man, like just let me help you,
Yeah.
So it's just crazy how you can just build relationships, make friends. Now I got a client for life. He followed all. I said, man, you got to check this out. You on YouTube. We do the show. And he goes, oh my God. And he followed this and it was crazy. So have conversations, ask people crazy questions. What are you guys doing? What are you guys from? And stuff. Just have fun. But man, going back to the tiny little discoveries, the stuff that Devin's talking about, the credit card thing. How many people use a credit card every
I'm
day?
gonna use it the right way.
Mine's 2 points, 1 point for buying and 1 point for paying.
Yeah.
2%, like that's thousands of dollars over 10, shoot, I don't even know. So many thousands that
Well,
I
you
paid.
put your
zero
bills
interest.
on there, Scott. You know,
Exactly.
you're going to pay your bills anyways.
I
right?
know,
And what
I know.
I'm not going to put my water bill. Yes, you are going to put your water and your
do.
electric and all
Everything.
of it, right?
Yeah.
You're just going to pay it off like it's your normal net at the end of
Yeah.
the month, and you're establishing
Yeah.
more points, right?
Got
Now,
it.
of course, certain things will get you more points than others, but at the end of the day, it works.
Yeah,
It works.
it's crazy, man. Crazy.
You know, we
All
talk about house hacks. Some people are like, man, I don't know what to say. And the reality is we all do because we talk to clients every day and like we have stories to tell. But if you go back to what he was saying about Sean Kaplan and how he does videos for days, he's great at it. I put his link in the chat here. Go watch his videos and just recreate one of his hacks, right?
That's all you got to do.
That's all you got to
It
do.
does-
Just take his video and you can literally pop it into ChatGPT and tell it to give you a script, right? And then read that script and drop that video out there. And then it's original because it's still you, right? And if you have your own spin to put on it, a story, you can do that too. And one thing I love to do is I love to talk to chat. So like if I drop the video in there instead of just typing in, because I get better things out when I speak than when I type. Like when I type, it's like I'm dumb all of a sudden. I can't actually think of the words, but when I'm speaking, I can say whatever I want. And so I'll just be like, hey, take this video. I actually have a story that I want to share that's similar to this, and I want you to take it and make it into a script similar to his, but use my story to make it mine. And then hit
There you go.
the arrow button, and boom, it's going to watch the video and read the script and write your script for you. So there you go.
Yeah, and I just want to throw this out there and I'll be done. But like, it's your face, familiarity, trust. Like, so your whole goal with clients is to build trust, right? Until you have their trust, they're not going to work with you. You're just a number. You're just another person. You're just trying to get their money, trying to do whatever. So until you build that trust, what do we think about like people that are on TV, movies, movie stars? We just think, oh my God, these guys are insane, amazing, right? Why? They're just human. They just put themselves on TV. I got lucky enough to be movie stars. So you can have that same type of effect with your clients. Your voice, warm, approachable, funny, humorous, educational. Your personality comes through in your videos. Your role, like you can talk, hey, and I always would say, forward this to your friends, family, coworkers, let them know about it. It's so simple. Record, send, repeat. Record, send, repeat. Just like I challenge you guys, and I know I've been talking about this. And Rick, he always laughs. He's like, dude, we've been talking about this for 15 plus years, and it's the simplest thing. If you do nothing else, if you don't post on, if like put it on, go live on Facebook, go live. Like I was talking to somebody about this, about they want to record, and like because they want to get it right, and they want to edit this and edit that. And I'm like, man, it's so much more authentic and just real when you know. And are you going to be great at it? We don't have to be. That's the beautiful part.
Just be yourself.
Relatable.
Relatable. Yeah. Yeah. Some people will come in and some people will go out.
The perfection is in the imperfection.
100%, man.
Yeah,
Amen to that.
anybody that you've transacted with should be somebody that you've invited to friends on Instagram or Facebook. They should be seeing what you're doing every single week, every single day, and getting to know you more. That way, when it comes time, you're already there. They're already thinking about you because you're already showing up, right? And then, we've talked about this before, but if you're friends with them on Facebook and you engage with them through the messenger, they're going to see more of your things naturally. It's just going to happen, right? Because what Facebook says in the algorithms is like, oh, well, Devin knows Margot because they're talking to each other in Messenger. So that means Margot needs to see more of what Devin's doing, right?
100%. Craig, what you got, bud?
Think about video emails. How many video emails have all of you guys gotten in the last week or last year? Probably not that many.
Yeah.
And it's interesting area there. I have some reps that are trying to use video and replicate what I'm doing, and they're on our team. And one of them says, well, I need to get a studio set up. I need to do this and that. And I'm going, dude, all I need to do is use the camera that I have. Later on, if you want it fancy, maybe you go buy a nice mic or something like that, but don't overthink it. And a lot of times I'm doing stuff and I'm not the best speaker. I have a lot of ums and is and this and that. Don't worry about it. Coca-Cola and a lot of the major advertisers now are kind of dumbing down their videos. They're not having as glossy and as shiny and as perfect. They want them to be more, what Devin said is just realistic.
Yeah, good stuff.
Well, the iPhone. I mean, some of your biggest content
Oh my
creators,
God.
this is all they're using. This is it right here. That's their entire studio. It's in your pocket. You can film at any time, any place, anywhere. And if you're using, the what you call it feature on Facebook, where you just pop on what's it called?
Live?
Story.
Yeah, story.
Right?
Yeah.
That stuff pops right across the top of the feed for most people. And, ultimately, if you just keep that thing going, it will feed the algorithms in Facebook and they're going to see you more often. Like when I'm doing more stories, I get more attraction than anything else that I do. It doesn't matter. I could be over here, in a pink suit throwing,
Yeah.
stuff up in the air. That's not going to work. But the stories, it literally starts a lot more engagement.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Scott, here's what we're learning, and here's what I learned out at the Ford event 2 weeks ago, and something Zeddy and I've been talking about, and we're implementing in Cageless now. So, a lot of times, a lot of us think here that the number of followers that we have is the most important thing anymore. It's not. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of that have moved away from the influencing world. In other words, the people that are out there trying to gain the most followers have the biggest voice. That's not true anymore. So what they're doing is something called semantic algorithms. And so on this part of it, and this is what's so powerful, is like if we're scrolling through our Facebook or we're scrolling through our Instagram, what's the one thing we see the most? For me, it's real estate post and mortgage post.
Yep.
Well, why is that? Because that's all I talk about.
Mhm.
Right. So what's happening is in this semantic algorithm is they're making sure that we're all talking to each other because those are the same common interests that we all have. Right. So basically I'm marketing to other mortgage loan officers right now. Right. So you have to mix it up is what is basically what you're trying to say. So like in one of our workshops, what we do is we pick 5 things that we love, you know, and what makes us special about them, and you have to put yourself out there. So if one of the things I love is fishing, so what's going to happen is I'm going to attract other people that love fishing. But then I'm going to go back and forth. I'm going to say, okay, this was my fishing trip. I did something in fishing. Then all of a sudden, the algorithm's going to go, okay, let's find other people that love fishing. And they don't give a darn about how many followers you have anymore. They don't care. They're connecting you to all the people that love the fishing.
Mhm.
Okay. So now I have all the people that are watching the fishing looking at me. And then the very next post, what am I going to talk about? A little mortgage.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go to my next big thing. I love food. Well, who the hell doesn't love food? And one of the cool things is, it's like, say, like for the workshop that we're coming up with, not to give away too much, but let's say there's going to be tables of 10 people. And one of the exercises is everybody's going to write down 5 things that they absolutely love. And if you have 10 people sitting around a table, how many things do you think you're going to have in common with other people? It's going to be endless. It'd be like, dude, I love cooking. I love dogs. I love roller coasters. All these connections that are going to happen. So at one point in social media, we all thought that we were at a disadvantage because we didn't have 25,000 followers. And by the way, most of those followers are just bots and bullshit things that people bought.
Yep.
Bought, B-O-U-G-H-T.
Bought
All right,
bots.
but bought bots. What's happening is like social media got a little bit smarter. They said, you know what? We're not really getting the power out of what we intended it for, and we're trying to connect people through their interest instead of who's the loudest voice and who does the most videos and so forth. So for any of us that are seriously like, social media is not my thing because I don't have the number of followers or it's the same message. Well, it's the same message because we're all talking to each other. Devin's stuff pops up all the time. Scott's stuff pops up all the time. My coworker stuff pops up over time. The real estate agents I work with pop up all the time because all I'm doing is talking about mortgage.
Yeah.
So you got to put yourself out there. You gotta mix it up. Think that algorithm is all AI driven. So if AI is sitting there going like, I want to learn more about John, but I want to connect people to John, which is what they're trying to do, is to connect more people. Because what is the joke that we all laugh about? It's like if we're talking about something that we're interested in, the phone listens to us and they give us an advertisement for it, right?
Funny how that works.
Well, put yourself out there. It's even more powerful to say, I love fishing. So now they're going to connect us with other people. So that's just something that, to
Instantly.
kind of keep in mind. Semantic algorithms is the new thing. And it does not matter how many followers you have. Like Neil Dingra sat there right there and says, you could start over tomorrow, create a brand new Instagram account and have the same outreach that you had before if you had 50,000 followers.
Talk about your passions.
Yeah, talk about your passions. Talk about you. Because, like, look, if you take the loan officer out of your biography, what's left? That's what we have to tell people.
Yeah. Good stuff, John.
Sean's had his hand up.
I'm gonna be cursing your name when all the fishing
Ah!
stuff shows up on my phone.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
Well, there you go. There
just
you go.
something quick. I put in a chat I was curious myself. It's about 16 years ago when I first started doing video on YouTube. And when, to your point, and to Devin's point, I had like a green screen and a $1,000 camera and the whole thing and all this other crap. And I had in my basement and, I was like going to be a genius. And now, like, I look back and I think, like, I would spend a week prepping and then do the video and spend another week to
Yeah.
carve it up, get it onto, and to your point, do anything more than a 15-20 minute video would take an hour for it to render onto
Yeah.
YouTube. I
Yeah.
come back a week later and still be running, and be like, shit, your work.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
But, and then, but nowadays, I mean, anything that, if I have a conversation with Kathleen and all of a sudden I have that same conversation later that day with Devin, that's a moment where you just take out your phone and start talking into your phone. And even if you don't like your face on the camera, record it and then have your AI create images to go along with what you're
There
talking
you go.
about.
Yep.
I mean, that's the easiest thing you can do. And then the other thing is, to John's, what John was just talking about with Instagram. Years ago, I did a class. I forget who it was, like Russell Brunson or somebody brought this guy in. And what he did was, if you look at Instagram, right underneath your image, your circle, there is what they call highlight reels. What he did was had us set up 5 to 7 highlight reels, one for God, family, business, your health, your fitness, and then your business, right? And what the intention was to basically circle through each one of those and do one post each day, so that in each reel, so that it kind of gave you that diversity that John was just talking about, so that you're not always playing in the same sandbox, talking to the same people. And now what happens is the algorithm actually does what they call cross-selling from one highlight reel to the other highlight reel and says, oh, John only likes fishing, but he likes fishing in the northeast of, wherever in Wisconsin, and the rivers there. And then it starts to capture and say, oh, he played pickleball while he was there too. So now it's actually taking people it's not only taking the people that talk about mortgages and talk about fishing, it's talking about all the stuff that John likes to do. And then it's putting them together in the same pond, so that when that guy says, hey, I'm thinking about doing something, they go, oh, well, John's the expert and he hangs out in every other pond that we do. We should do business with John. So
Yep.
that's how you
Good
get
stuff.
that algorithm to like, it's what they used to call, or I call it, omnichannel presence, where when I do a post, I use GHL. And I'll have GHL's media planners set it up to where it rips it into about 8 or 12 different posts and puts it on each one of those algorithms. So they're all talking about the same thing, but pointing back to my one website, which is SeanChalis.com. That's, by the way, that's probably the biggest thing I would suggest is take your name and make a domain out of it and make that your hub for everything you do, your media, everything. So if somebody goes, who the hell is John Hanks? If they Google your name, it takes them back to that hub.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw one more thing out there too. When we're talking about our passions and like video, some people go, man, but I'm not gonna put my face on video. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't have to. That's another thing. So just take this into consideration. It's better if you do, but you don't have to, right? So let's just say that you're out to a restaurant and you're eating something that just is phenomenal, or you're going to a new spot. Just take your phone out real quick and video the entrance of the restaurant, video what you ate, take a video of the room, right? And then when you get back to your place, you can drop that video. You can use a program like Canva. If you need a refresher on that, we've got it on the MLO Live channel, which I put a link to earlier, where I did the Canva training class. And then you can just talk over the top of the video. Be like, went to this new place today. It was absolutely fantastic. I had the steak. It was one of the best I've ever had in the city. And you're just showing pictures of the items, and you're never actually showing your face. So just take that into consideration, right? You don't always have to show your face. If you're afraid to talk on video with your face, you can actually just talk over the video and it will still get very similar and sometimes even better reactions. Some people want to see the food more than they want to see you, right?
Yeah, and you can pause videos. I learned this from a 9-year-old. Like seriously, I'll show you guys some cool stuff, but like, you start the video, you're walking into the restaurant, you pause, you go to get your food, you push play or record, push pause. You're walking out of the restaurant, push record, pause. Yeah, you could literally record your whole trip from going in, going out, and literally in 1 minute, and have like tick 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 tick. They even like are really good at speeding it up, so like you can speed it up. Like, there's all these little things you don't have to.
2 times the
It's just
speed.
you don't have to edit anything. It's crazy. So
no edit.
Well,
you just talk it over the top of the video.
Yeah,
This place is amazing. You could actually put overlays. You don't even have to talk. You could actually just do like text to talk when you drop it on Instagram or Facebook, and just put something over each image. Where as the video is going through, it's like
crazy.
best new
It's fun.
restaurant in Dallas. You got to try this place. The filet mignon was the best I've had ever. Right? You got to try the tiramisu at the end. You know, the atmosphere
Or
was
not.
banging.
Yeah.
Highly recommend. 5
Yeah.
out of 5. Right? They do say if you're doing a food review, make sure that you tell them why, what your thoughts were in comparison to
Yeah,
other
there you go.
places. Like I give this place a 4 out of 10. Or like a 4 out of 5. This is one of the best places I've eaten in the DFW. You gotta try this, right? So
Yeah.
Getting hungry.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm getting hungry too, man.
And you just gave me an idea to find like some, 9-year-old and have them teach a class.
Telling you.
How
She-
fun would
Dude,
that
I was
be?
blown away. I'm like, what is happening right now? They're like, how'd you do that? I'm like, yeah. So, Devin, what you taking us out with, man?
oh man, I
Keep
got
going.
it.
Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Have an amazing day. Be safe. Do
Good
your
luck,
video.
Devin. You
Share
look like
your
$1 million
video. Tag
bucks.
me.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. We all look like $1 million. And, thank you guys for showing up here every single week. I got to tell you, it's good to be back. Good to be back in action. Good to be here with all of our amazing people in this amazing community created by this amazing man, Scotty Hudspeth. Thank you so much for bringing us all together. And you guys get out there, enjoy the rest of the week. We will see you on Thursday. Make it a great day, guys. Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon.